Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go! H.E. Gator! Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second and 11 now. Stick. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ready. 52's the mic, boys. 52. You don't want that. Pick up the ball. Let's go.
He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up first and 10 at the 16. Now back to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
They can't hang with us. Recon, 132 fighter. Quick. Begin. Check 52. Now.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
So here we go on a third and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing deep for Gallup. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Ready?
1st and 10, stick. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Stick back to pass. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now stick. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Flush to his right, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
What's tight? Tight is right. Out. 3 down. 3 down. Out.
2nd and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Brandon Cooks, 34 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, it's Hill. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60 yards. Quit talking about it. I'm playing. Hey, Irvin. Go.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Stick looking to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Ja'Kai Polite in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Stick looks to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. 3rd down, they'll throw with Stick. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 7.
You can't block me. No, Mike 51.
Get it.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Stick looks to throw it again. They complete it to Hill. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, echo.
Don't be scared of it. Check 15
Snap.
2nd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Check 59.
Stick to throw once more. And this is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
A shotgun throw for Stick. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike, dude.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stick. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. And the Lions 1st down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Stick from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. On 4th down, here's Stick. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone, we're thinking we're giving.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
3rd and 7.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Hey, Wahoo! Watch 36. 36 to now. Push him back. Push him back. Slam, slam, slam. Shoot, shoot, shoot. There goes.
Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. In for the score. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you get it.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick.
Let's go.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something that feels somewhat safe.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Haywood. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Come on now.
He'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Got it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Lions. And even 50 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Stick back to pass. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Check 59. All day. All day.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
This will be caught at about the 5. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Hill, the lone setback. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's Hill. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll run it with Hill. And he'll get nothing out of that one. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. This will be caught at about the 5. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
High 7. Get it.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Johnson's got it complete. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
It's our time.
They'll look to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That's it, baby. We got work. 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Come on,
the Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
That's trash.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Not today, you are. Not today.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9. Thanks.
Mike 50. Bravo. Mike 59.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
the outlaw.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Hey, wahoo!
You got 3 down. Line 52.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Yes.
What's your man? Me. I got this.
Hey, Alpha.
52's the mic, boys.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. He gets this one to Johnson, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. 1st and 10, Stick. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stick. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that's caught by Smith. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now Stick to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On 2nd and goal. Stick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, lock it.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Ready?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Hey, Orbit. Get it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Come on,
the Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, 81 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Hey! 52 now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
the outlaw.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this thing way down. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 33 yards that time.
13-yard line.
Right, 30 base.
Check 52's the money. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
10 Nova.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bengals, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.